What's up? I'm Jess Clea.
And I'm Caroline Malloy.
Welcome back to Sit and Chat. Today we're going to be talking about TikTok. Oh, this one was like really big in quarantine.
It was huge.
Yeah.
Everyone was like sitting in their rooms like not knowing what to do. So the first thing they want to do is just look pretty.
Yeah.
So they're like in the mirror and they just like wipe it down. They like look kind of ratchet. And then they come and they look pretty. I like that trend. Honestly, I never did it because I could never get the transitions.
But yeah, the transitions are super impressive.
I don't understand how people can do it. I don't understand.
But I think like people got really creative with it. Like I know like celebrities were doing it and like dressing up as their characters and they would like light.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And like for Halloween, like some people would do it. Like couples would like, you know, go together and like stand in front of the mirror and they like wipe and then they're like, you know, a superhero together. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah, and also people did the thing where they would do it and they would switch clothes.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Wait, that was awesome.
Funny.
Oh yeah, and they would like be like dancing with it. They would be like, yeah, I remember that.
Got one. Go.
Oh, that's awesome.
This one was like crazy popular like a year ago.
Yeah, Charli D'Amelio like really started it off, and I remember me and all my siblings would like learn it and like teach it to like our mom and like my dad,
Yeah.
and we're like, you have to do it, but like everyone knew of it.
Oh yeah, my friends would do it non-stop, like in class, just doing it. And I'm like, settle down, settle down.
I'll be like sitting on the airplane, I'll just be like this, and like people like kids my age next to me would be like,
Yeah. At the dinner table, my parents were like, what are you doing?
and you're like, I don't know. Like everyone just did it all the time.
Yeah.
It was like
That was
muscle
so crazy.
memory. Yeah, that was such a fun dance.
Oh, this one is so funny. This one's pretty new. I feel like it started with like college girls.
It definitely started with college girls about boys,
Yeah.
obviously.
It's so funny, I'm just like running in slow-mo.
And they're like when you literally kiss them, but like you can't even text them first.
Yeah.
They're like running and
It's so
falling.
funny.
I'll like double tap it, and then like all of a sudden like the next day I'll have like 50 of them, and I'm like double tap. Like I relate to all of
They just keep
these.
getting crazier too. Like now people are like literally throwing themselves down the stairs for it. It's like, all right.
Oh, it's
It's
classic.
dedication, you know?
I honestly want to do one of those.
Yeah, they're really funny.
Like something traumatic needs to happen to me that I'm like freaking out, and I'm like, I guess I'll throw myself on the floor right now.
Just that roll myself a J and count my figure shit. Just that step in.
Okay, I'm like a little like not familiar with this one, so like I knew like the Bella Hadid part of it, but like I didn't know that it turned into like this huge thing.
I remember seeing it, and it was kind of like popping like over quarantine, and my family's like super healthy, so I couldn't try it in my own household, but I tried it at my friends, and it was so good. It was very calorie filled, but I was like, I can't believe a model like eats this.
Yeah.
It's so good. And there's another one of like the feta cheese and all the tomatoes around it with pasta, and it's so good.
Yeah.
Like I'm like,
I think
wow.
it's like really funny how like TikTok has popularized like food, like
I know,
certain foods.
but only pasta. Oh, it like it like made pasta go famous. It made like cheesy hot dogs, like
Oh.
that corn dog with the cheese that you like
Yeah.
pull out of it. Everyone was obsessed with
Yeah.
those. Like, when did that
My
happen?
friends were making this one thing where it was like, I think it was like Cheetos on like a bell pepper.
Yes, with the Takis with the jalapeno and the cream cheese.
that's it.
I have not tried that.
My friends made it when we were having a bachelor watch party the one night. And I
Was
like,
it good?
It was interesting.
Like the bell peppers and cream cheese. I'm like,
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like it would mix, but my friends loved them. I was like, go for it.
everyone loves them with the everything bagel seasoning. Like people
Oh,
were
yeah.
obsessed.
Yeah, so crazy.
I mean, it's healthy. I don't know if I want to try it.
Oh, this one is so funny. Like I've seen a lot of them like with like animals.
Yeah.
Like cats just like bumping into stuff and like everything going crazy.
And like their faces like getting
Yeah.
zoomed in every time.
It's so funny, like the zoom.
No, that trend is so funny. The first one I think I ever saw of it was like James Charles and like Charlie D'Amelio, like of course, but Charlie was like flying in the air like on a trampoline,
Oh, yes, I
and
saw
her
that
face
one.
was like, I was
They
like,
like bounced her super high.
yes, and her legs were like literally up like this, and I was like, how is she?
It's like something's gonna go bad. This is.
I know, that's like the best fail
Yeah,
sound that you
it's
can
so
honestly
good.
find, ever.
I'm up for Eddie, I'm up.
That's my favorite dance. Like I'm obsessed with
It's
it.
one of the few dance trends that I actually know.
I do it all the time. And it's like slowly kind of like getting changed to like different types of beats and like slow motion and all that
Yeah.
stuff, and like that driver's license
Yeah.
song, like Corvette is now involved in it. And I'm like, I love it. It's my favorite. But I feel like it's like one of the easiest ones too. I honestly think that that's easier than Renegade.
Yeah, probably. It's really simple, I feel like.
But I think it's definitely on the same wavelength of like popularity.
Yeah, like people just sitting there like starting to do the dance.
It's so fun.
Michael Jackson, I'ma beat it. Game undefeated. She look good in that bikini, but the winter time my favorite season. Frost, she gon' drop it in.
Oh, this one's funny. This is also pretty new. I just like, it's so funny, like a big group of people and they're just like hopping past the screen doing different parts of the dance.
Me and my friends would do it, and like I thought it only worked with 2, but it works with 3. And like you like aren't in the camera, and then you are, and you like walk past, and like you just do like really weird stuff. And the song is so catchy. It's like Michael Jackson, I'm gonna beat it. Like,
Yeah.
and they do that one move where you know your arms like
Yeah,
this.
it's
You're like, I can't do it. Like I'm a dancer and I can't, but it's so funny. It's one of I
Yeah.
think it's one of the funnest
And I
trends.
saw Gordon Ramsay do it. It was so
Really?
funny. Yeah, with his daughter, I think.
Oh, she
I was
makes
like,
some new
oh
crazy
my God.
things. And it's so funny and
it's so funny, 'cause
entertaining.
you always see him like on TV screaming at people, and then he's like with his daughters like doing
I know.
dance.
She's like, Dad. He's like, okay. Meanwhile, he's screaming at all these people.
No.
Oh no, I hope I don't fall.
This one is just so funny. Like I
That's
get
so
these like Harry Styles and like it's like, oh no, I hope I don't fall, and it's like edits of Harry Styles just being like the most adorable person ever. It's like, oh, I fell.
I literally think I made one like earlier this semester, like over a boy, and I was like, oh, would never fall over a frat boy. Meanwhile, I'm like, it's such a funny trend.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's like don't fall for this person, and then it's just
And then you do it anyways.
oh my gosh, this is like so random and funny. I just love how TikTok can just find a random video and then everyone will know what it
I'd
is.
be obsessed with
Yeah.
it. Like he looks crazy.
Yeah.
Like there's just like cars going back and forth, and he's on what, a skateboard? Just like
And then people like make really like specific jokes about it. But so like if you've seen the TikTok, you know exactly what they're
What they
talking about.
mean.
But then like anyone else is just like, I don't get it. And it's like, well, sorry.
I'm like, here.
like TikTok
watch
is
it.
just a huge inside joke for like the entire generation, and anyone outside is just like, what is going on?
Literally the entire world.
Yeah.
What's wrong with me? Why do I feel like this?
And it's like, what's wrong with me? Why do I feel like this?
That one is so funny. Again, the teenage girls, like they get me every
Yeah,
time
it's-
on that app.
I don't know how people like think of this stuff, but it just like picks up and it's so funny.
So TikTok makes everything go viral so fast, especially like makeup products. Well, because we're girls, I feel like that's on my page a lot. But like makeup products, like clothes, like Amazon dupes, like different necklaces and stuff, and the Revlon hair dryer, like a bunch of like beauty tricks. Like
Yeah.
people will literally comment on like girls' pages and be like, how do you get your hair to look so silky? Like mine is so damaged, and they'll just be like, oh, here's the brand, here's what I use. I
Now
live here.
everyone knows.
Use my hairdresser. And I remember I got the Revlon like blowout, and I've used it every day I think for 6 months. But my hair's not damaged because I'm using this TikTok girl's oil that she has. And like the corset tops are a really big thing right now that everyone's using. and they're all getting off of Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Amazon's this huge thing where
Yeah.
every single girl is getting, and it's just so crazy how everything sells out, I
Yeah.
think the word is. But like I went to get this like lipstick that changes for the color of your lips.
Okay.
Like it like enhances your own personal color. And I went to get it at Target and it was sold out.
Oh wow, really?
And the front desk lady was like, "Oh, all the girls have been here today. The TikTok trend is really
That's
blowing it
so
up."
funny. Something else that, okay, I'm like kind of a nerd when it comes to Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter.
Oh,
And that like
Dracula.
blew up on TikTok, and now there's like a whole new generation of people becoming obsessed with it, and like products are like coming out more. Like I think maybe it was either Sephora or Ulta like came out with like Harry Potter makeup, and I was like, this is insane. Like Harry Potter came out 10, 20 years ago, and like all of a sudden TikTok just made it popular again. And things are like coming out like crazy about it. And there's candles that are like supposed to smell like certain characters that people are buying. I'm like, this is insane. Like this
Did you
is a
smell
fictional
them
person.
10 years ago
Like, what?
on the TV? No.
I was like, this is a fictional person. How does a candle smell like that? But these candles are like selling out like crazy.
Yeah, because everyone's convinced.
Yeah.
They're like, my son on TikTok, and now it's at Ulta, so I have to get it.
Yeah, really.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
Okay.
100%. There's so much like wrong information on TikTok. I'm a journalism major, so I like have to stay up on like the news. But a lot of times TikTok will be like the first place I find out information, and like a lot of people will just stick to that and just like use that as their information source. But like me as a journalism major, I like go and like confirm it, and a lot of the time it's like nothing like what happens on TikTok. So people just like put funny stuff on TikTok, and like it just people will buy it so easily, so it's like it's a little risky, but
I agree. I'm a journalism major too, so I remember last year in one of my English classes we were talking about like where do you get your news source from, and I remember this girl was like TikTok, and I was like, I'm not gonna argue with you on this one. Like honestly, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and a lot of people talk about it on TikTok. However, it's when you don't check up on your facts like you said, or like you don't want to like learn more about it to make sure that it's true before you bring it up to other people, because they'll look at you like you're uneducated and they're like, where did you get this from? And you're like, well, I saw on TikTok last night, so I assumed.
yes, I feel like I always try to confirm stuff after I see it on TikTok, except for when I'm trying to win an argument with my parents. And like, where did you hear this? And I was like, well, it's on TikTok, so.
And you're like, oh, you shouldn't have said that. They're like, okay, case closed.
I mean, the New York Times.
I'm sorry, CNN? No? Okay. Like, I guess we're done here.
Yeah, really.
I'm gonna see myself out, Mom. No more. We don't have to talk about it anymore.
That's all we have for this week. Make sure to like and subscribe and follow us on all of our socials at SGTV at UFSC.
And make sure to catch us next week for all things Disney.
See ya.